Just a young nigga out here looking forward. I never questioned my direction, y'all been looking for it. Lost thoughts often, so I took the recording. I got my foot where the door is, think I'm sharp and swordless. We cut with pens around here, and this the anthem to all my niggas with hella written. Just put your hands up, real ones. Don't tell the business of the too many we can't trust. Don't got time to focus on who your mans was. Shit, who is he now? People be broke around you, but got plenty when the bitches round. And when the liquor out, their hands don't got a penny now. Henny spouting out your pockets so they stick around. And we ain't shoveling out shillings, moving different now. PG Pilgrim getting shifty, peep from city clouds. Little demon dipping deep into your bitch's mouth. In and out swiftly, nigga, I'm finna add the digits now. Divine thinking mixed with mind-tingling substances. This music brought some problems, but honestly been in love with it. Slick with the drums and shit, you stick to the drugs you mix. Cuffing him won't do much, but bring that girl you love a stitch. Spit until I get my gums to rip. Raw when he numbs and shit. Ironic how he's only unlawful when y'all judging him. I'm not done, we're getting bigger by the frame per second. Faded for every major step I make before I meditate. I blaze some pressure. Bend his razor edges, Gilettas. You better just face the exit. When in doubt, I face my reflection. Brain dead, making the steps that you could've made if you paid attention. Crazy headway was met with niggas dead. All we do is kill, like that number before 87. I don't take, I make it better. We showing grace, next mega stretches. It only takes me about 4 quarters to make it 10, bitch. Dime bags will shake you a bitch if you cop an eighth or lesser. Pounds getting filleted, you wasting seconds. Yeah. You're wasting seconds.
The last two episodes happened to, well, I mean, you had Diamond, right? The second greatest commentator in CMV history. And then you had to put up with Zach, who I guess did all right. Better than Quincy anyhow, and certainly better than Observer Bread. But my voice has healed, as you can hear. Will it hold up for the entirety of the show? That remains to be seen. We'll find out. But we are getting things started here, my friends, in a big, big matchup here. Rematch between Jeremy Barmore and John Reed. Last time we saw these two one-on-one a couple weeks ago, and Barmore attacked John Reed before the matchup, but even with that attack, Reed was able to fight back and overcome, ended up tapping out Jeremy Barmore, but well, Barmore obviously has been well documented throughout the years here in CMV, quite ill-tempered, and well, took out his frustrations on John Reed and Adam Valentine last week here on Octane after John Reed picked up a win against the GOAT of CMV. Barmore rushed the ring, took out both of them, which prompted the fallen one, John Reed, here to issue the challenge for this rematch. But the main question is, guys, how is that knee of John Reed holding up? The knee that Barmore attacked a couple weeks ago. The knee that Barmore is certainly looking to further twist and tear apart here in this matchup. So here we go. What is going on with my mic, bro? Something is very wrong. I'm going to have to figure it out after this matchup. I'm not getting, you guys might be able to hear me loud and clear. I guess that's what matters, but I am getting nothing. No feedback. I can't hear a single thing, man. It's like the eternal abyss going on here. But nonetheless, kicking things off, this action-packed edition of Octane. And Jeremy Barmore, man, look at doing STF. Has got John Reed caught middle of the ring, but luckily John Reed's not going to be the one tapping out here tonight. As he rushes towards the ropes, leaps off for a forearm smash upside the head. Again, Barmore, who overall has had quite a good couple of months. Obviously, he picked up that win against Hunter Quinn in Tokyo, Japan. That Tokyo street fight, went on to challenge Aaron Stone for the Global Championship at Mob Violence. Obviously came up short there, though, and well, now he was hoping to get back on track, but along comes John Reed making his return. That trip that, well, was supposed to be a one-on-one matchup between Barmore and Adam Valentine turned into a triple threat matchup upon Reed's return to CMV for a rite of passage gold medallion, and Barmore was not happy about that. Again, a couple weeks ago, we saw Barmore brutally attack John Reed before their matchup, and well, this is pretty interesting here, actually. John Reed going after the knee of Jeremy Barmore. Bit of a tit for tat, if you will. Trying to make Barmore pay, feel his pain. Oh, but Barmore, man, using his power there to just drop John Reed back first across the ring, which we all know the hardest part of the ring. And now we're going to chuck him back into the ring. Big Barmore still trying to become a world champion here in CMV, guys, but as John Reed has said since his return a few weeks ago, that's his goal as well. He wants to finally become a world champion here in CMV. John Reed saying he doesn't care how long it's going to take him, a month, 6 months, a year, 3 years. He's not leaving CMV again until he has finally become a world champion. And speaking of world champions, guys, our main event here, global champion Aaron Stone going to be taking on Ricky Gelady. Ooh, we better be strapped in for that one. Big Boy Bash, the return to singles action of Ricky Gelady, now fully cleared by the medical staff here in CMV. We're going to get it on in our main event. As John Reed here looks to once again knock off Jeremy Barmore, but a kick out by the workhorse John Reed. Man, it's like a million miles a minute right here. He's locked in, and this is bad news for Jeremy Barmore. DDT there now as he tries for a stop. Barmore so fast as well as so powerful. Really the total package, as we've talked about many times before. Great counter there by John Reed with the clothesline. And now looking for the fall. vintage John Reed, and into the pin to get the job done here. 1, 2, 2.999. Reed going up to the top rope, not stopping his attack. Big time knee across the chest and straight to the ropes to follow up with a springboard moonsault. Well and truly, John Reed is relentless here. Kick it off, episode 109 of Octane, but man, still can't find a way to keep Jeremy Barmore down. As he rushes him in the corner. Whoo, John Reed. What a innovative sort of cannonball there in the corner. Almost kind of turned himself inside out, as now we see him try to slow things down deeper into this matchup with Jeremy Barmore hurting. Reed wants to maintain his position in the driver's seat here. Look at the way he's bending back on the wrist of Jeremy Barmore. And another quick pin attempt by the veteran. 1, 2, but another kick out by Jeremy Barmore. As now we see Reed bringing Barmore to his feet. Gonna grab a hold of the arm. Didn't see that stiff forearm smash coming though. Big punch right there. Barmore gonna eat it. Responds with one of his own. And John Reed gonna stand toe to toe here with Big Barmore. They are throwing hands here to kick off Octane. My goodness, John Reed. And look at Jeremy Barmore though. He ain't feeling it. Mocking John Reed, saying, come on, that's all you got, little man. No, John Reed's got a whole hell of a lot more than that, and Jeremy Barmore's going to find out real quick. Oh, but busted open was Reed right there. Barmore now busted open. They're throwing ham hocks, and what a super kick. Another springboard moonsault into the pin. 1, 2. Golly, man. Again, as close as it gets. John Reed, oh, with blood in his eyes. Looking for looking for that Dragon Sleeper perhaps that tapped out Barmore a couple weeks ago. Barmore to belly though is what he's going to get instead. But a kick out. This is exactly what you can expect, putting two veterans in the ring against each other. Barmore swanton bomb from the massive Barmore to the outside of the ring. But look at this, end of days. Retaliates, does the fallen one. Laying out Barmore, man, with an end of days on the floor. And now Reed gonna relish in the opportunity here to punish Jeremy Barmore, the man who tried to take him out a couple weeks ago. Throws him back in the ring, guys. Barmore's beat right here. I think Reed's got this one in the bag. He could pin him right now and this would be over. But John Reed perhaps relishing just a little bit too much. As he again mocks Barmore here, delivering these big hammer fists to the back of the head. And again, we're going to see John Reed resort to the joint manipulation, attempting to keep Barmore in place, wear him down. Again, going after the wrist. Look at the way he bends back. And you see him glide right off the kidneys of Jeremy Barmore. Blood just pouring down his face. John Reed. There's that cutter into the Dragon Sleeper. And will Barmore again be forced to tap out at the hands of John Reed? No! Barmore has built up a tolerance, able to endure this time. And now a backbreaker into a Russian leg sweep. Barmore's going to go back to the top. Maybe another swanton bomb. Maybe something else. Something dastardly here. Double axe handle, man. Nothing pretty about it. Nothing particularly jaw-dropping about it, but effective. And let's see, John Reed certainly got rocked as he drops to the outside, but Barmore's on top of him like peanut butter on jelly, not letting him get far. Smacking him up here, one-handed spine buster on the floor. Payback for that end of days earlier. Oh, now just gonna yeet him overhead like it ain't no thing but a chicken wang. Big bad Barmore bullying John Reed here, man, throwing him about like a rag doll. And now finally back into the ring. As John Reed and Jeremy Barmore. What is Barmore doing? About to get himself counted out here. Just chilling for a minute, I guess, catching his breath, but that timing wasted might have cost him. Reed able to recover. Big forearm smash off the ropes. That's why you don't play around when you got someone like John Reed with you in that ring. From Brett's rope now. Reed stalking him. Takes the lead. Big knee! Right across the jaw. Barmore absolutely rocked right there. It's now off the ropes. He's sent. Goes low. Clothesline waiting for him. Where the hell did that clothesline come from? Barmore. Oh boy, hoisting him up, taking him for a walk. Gonna drop him chest first across that top rope. Now it's Barmore going for the pin forearm to the face. To try and take back the win from a couple weeks ago, but a kick out by John Reed. Barmore's not finished with him though. And Barmore with a second Barmore to belly. 1, 2. Unbelievable. John Reed kicking out of a second Barmore to belly. Most don't kick out of one. And Barmore is pissed. Understandably so. Oh boy, back to the top rope again. Barmore is feeling, especially Froggy Man, certainly more so than usual. That's quite a distance there, though. Even Barmore knows he won't be able to make that more than likely. Going to take the safe route. Instead, again, going to use that top rope as a weapon. Spreads them legs for a surprise down south. Headbutt to the groin area of John Reed, who again uses his veteran instinct to roll out onto the apron, but Barmore is on top of him. Gonna knock him down to the outside with a shoulder thrust. What a way to kick off Octane episode 109. A banger here. Oh, Barmore's to the top again. Double no! Reed was ready for it this time. The double accidental countered with a punch to the gut. And now a sleeper. A sleeper locked in by John Reed at ringside. But this isn't falls count anywhere. Reed's going to put him to sleep, though. Barmore's out. Barmore's out. He's sleeping. And a whippersnapper. Bloody Brit style. John Reed with the fall on the floor. Barmore is dead to rights. Throne was trying to get him back into the ring. Barmore's out on his feet though. And Reed, holy shit! John Reed, you madman! Over the top. And now Fisherman's driver on the floor. He's trying to break Barmore's neck out here. Barmore somehow comes back to life. Reverse STO by Barmore. And the workhorse with another headbutt to the lower midsection groin area of John Reed. These two are out here tonight trying to take each other out. Barmore going to throw Reed back into the ring. Taking his time. Oh my lord, to the top again. Barmore, the 300-pounder. Swanton bomb! Crushing the ribs, and if that's not enough, perhaps a third. Barmore to belly. You ain't getting up from that count to 100, brother. 1, 2, 3. Jeremy Barmore has put down John Reed here tonight. Oh, come on. You won the match. It was a great... Oh, and Barmore threatening the ref to back off. Jeremy Barmore's looking to send a message. He's grabbing a table. Barmore's grabbed a table from under the ring. What are you doing, Barmore? The win wasn't enough. The workhorse wants to kick John Reed back out of CMV. Barmore with a choke slam through the table. A win and a dominant display here by Jeremy Barmore, leaving Reed and a pile of broken bits of table in the middle of the ring. And the action is going to continue, guys, here on Octane episode 109. Is coming up next. We got ourselves another debut in the CMV Women's Division. Harper Castle arrives here in CMV, and, well, she's not come alone, guys, as backing her up, you probably saw a glimpse there. Aki is out here in the corner, a preemptive measure, as, of course, Harper Castle going to be taking on Tori Doyle of the Undisputed Elite here in her CMV debut. And well, Aki has become very familiar with the Undisputed Elite over these last couple of weeks since her own debut, where Ashley McKay damn near took her head off her very first night here in CMV. And we did see a couple of days ago on Shockwave episode 109, Aki and Sushong team up to actually defeat the Undisputed Elite, but Harper Castle getting herself some backup in the form of Aki here. Been paying attention. The Undisputed Elite made it clear they're not taking kindly to all these new faces in the women's division, attacking Aki, attacking Su Zhang. And Tori Doyle, you had to know, wasn't going to be coming out here alone. Ashley McKay going to be backing her up. And, well, the question here is Aki going to be able to contain the rage she surely feels towards McKay? Keep that in check for the duration of this matchup. Again, Ashley McKay, man, had Aki on concussion protocol her very first night here in CMV. You have to imagine Aki would love nothing more than to get hands on McKay, but this matchup here is about Tori Doyle and Harper Castle. And speaking of concussion protocols and injuries, hopefully we'll get an update on the condition of John Reed a bit later on after being put through that table by Jeremy Barmore. Took the ringside crew to a good minute or two to clean up all those little scraps of wood there. That table just about exploded. But here we go, my friends. This matchup gets underway. Harper Castle arrives in CMV against Tori Doyle. Of course, a former women's tag team champion. Aki watching the back of Castle here as the Undisputed Elite has declared a war on all new arrivals in the CMV women's division. Saying we're not going to allow these new girls to come in here and take our spotlight, take opportunities that belong to us. Trying to send them right back out of CMV as quickly as they can. Tori Doyle trying to beat Harper Castle with the quickness off that BFT as now she delivers some stiff shots and a slap right across the face, but Castle quick to jump out of the ring. Not running though, straight back in, gets met with a hook to the jaw. Backstabber floats over into, but Harper Castle getting lucky with a rope break. I guess her foot must have been under the bottom rope. Good call with the ref there. God damn, Tori Doyle though, tearing up Castle at the start of this matchup. Knees aplenty. Someone called Blake Virtue here. Got ourselves a real knee party. Some serious gimmick infringement. Now look at the power. Oop, but Harper Castle, quick shot. Escapes that military press with a nice straight jacket German. The punk rock prodigy, Harper Castle. Ooh, didn't see Tori Doyle coming there though. Able to trip her up, thinking about going to the ropes, but Castle gonna roll to the outside. Careful though, there's Ashley McKay lying in wait. Doyle, but McKay kind of, accidentally screwing Tori Doyle over there by throwing Castle back into the ring. Luckily, Doyle was able to land on her own 2 feet. That could have obviously gone a lot worse for Doyle. Tries for a drop kick. Castle says, get that shit out of here. I'm not interested. Irish whip instead into the corner. Again, Aki out here watching the 6 of Harper Castle, knowing full well already the antics of the Undisputed Elite. Ashley McKay obviously in the corner of Tori Doyle. Who knows where the rest of the Undisputed Elite may be. They are never far from one another. Castle. big hip right to the side of that. I think a lot of people underestimate just how powerful a hip attack like that could be, man. As we see Harper Castle finally starting to take control here in this matchup. She seems to be heavily focusing on that left knee of Tori Doyle at the moment, forcing Doyle to try to crawl into the corner here and catch her breath, but Harper Castle sticking on top for like a monkey on a cupcake. This modified suplex just throws her into the corner, chucks her, and now a hook of the leg. 1, 2, not even a 2 count. Got a bit overzealous there myself as Harper Castle, there was a kick to the back, a kick to the midsection, going to try to toss her off the ropes. Whoa, nice duck right there, and a double down. They both had to say, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, guys. Ashley McKay, I knew it. Aki and McKay coming face to face in the middle of the ring. But the ref is not going to allow it. The referee, but McKay too. Aki and McKay both ejected from ringside, sent to the back before they could potentially come to blows right in the middle of the ring during this match. No, but Aki did her job. She neutralized the threat of Ashley McKay. As now Harper Castle through the ropes, man, takes out Tori Doyle. Some serious velocity on display by Castle here in her debut. As she follows up with a ripcord knee. And not going to stop there, sending Doyle right back into the ring. These new women in the CMV Women's Division, these fresh faces, are not going to be bullied by the Undisputed Elite. That's become pretty obvious here. And Harper Castle is no different off that elbow drop. Only a 1 count, but all of a sudden tells me she's got a little bit of something else for Tori Doyle, but Doyle ain't finished either. Flips her over. Final flash knee right across the jaw of Harper Castle, who now gets dragged closer to the middle of the ring. Castle going to try to get to her feet. Immediately thrown off the ropes, though. Drop down by Doyle. There's the leapfrog and the stunner. That's vintage Tori Doyle right there. Keeps her in place as well as she goes to the corner. Tori Doyle's got to be calling for that knee. Down goes Harper Castle, but Doyle is not done. To the top, finishing touches with a frog splash. 1, 2. Harper Castle, though, with some serious gumption to kick out of that. The punk rock prodigy quickly able to pop up with that German suplex and now delivering some punches across the forehead. Harper Castle did not come to play around. As she drags Tori Doyle now over to the ropes. Big right hand. And another, why not a third? As Doyle falls to the canvas. Harper Castle dropping that forearm, man, like a bomb. As Doyle just tries to get to her feet, but Harper's on her, man. And look at this bulldog. Rope-assisted bulldog. Doyle getting spiked. Still finding a way to get that kick in, though. Some more here. Harper Castle going to dodge that last one. Spinning Sulking Shining Wizard! 1, 2. So close, I'm sure that Harper Castle could taste it. But not good enough. Tori Doyle keeps her head above the water, but barely. Harper Castle now going to send her off the ropes on the rebound. Gets met. Nice counter there by Tori Doyle. Spear! Harper is hurt. Oh, look at this while the ref is checking out Harper Castle, picking us up in the corner. Tori Doyle has just removed that top turnbuckle cover and the upper left-hand side of the ring. But Harper Castle going to use it. What goes around comes around. Karma is real. I'm not sure that Harper Castle even knew that the turnbuckle was exposed. Holy shit. Caves her in with that double boot stomp to the chest. Look at Doyle now. Doyle certainly knows it's exposed. And Harper Castle slammed face first off that steel ring. What a combination by Doyle, now into the corner. Harper is out of it, guys, after eating that steel ring. That exposed turnbuckle. Doyle having her way with the punk rock prodigy. They're trying to fight back as Harper Castle here. Up on the top, trying to get herself to safety. Obviously, oh my God, Tori Doyle, elbows to the top of the head. What is... Doyle, Poison Rana! From the top! And a well-deserved "This Is Awesome" chant. The frog splash again, and that's gotta do it. 1, 2, 3. Tori Doyle picks up the win for the Undisputed Elite. Even with Aki managing to neutralize the threat that was Ashley McKay early on in the match, Doyle using her wits, exposing that turnbuckle, and finishing off Harper Castle, man. Nasty Poison Rana, followed up by that frog splash to get the win here. Proving that the Undisputed Elite, obviously dangerous as a unit, but even when they're on their own, individually, dangerous as ever. And coming up next, my friends, the continuation of the wild card tournament here. But look at this already, man. The matchup hasn't even actually begun yet. And Alaric and Silas Blackwell are already arguing with one another. This does not bode well as they take on the team of Adam Valentine and Anthony Martin. Looks like Blackwell will stop. But Alaric, look at this, going to tag himself in. Just can't allow Silas. Oh! Blackwell, though, having none of it, neither here nor there. Blackwell's leaving. Blackwell's bouncing. He's bailing. And it looks like this has just become a handicap match, which is great news if you're Adam Valentine and Anthony Martin. Well, look, the whole point of this wild card tournament was to put together unlikely tag teams to see if they could potentially succeed. The winning team of this tournament earns a shot at the Octane Tag Team Championship, but obviously, after all they've been through with one another, Alaric and Silas Blackwell couldn't even almost begin to get on the same page with each other. Blackwell is out, and Alaric now left on his own to take on the GOAT of CMV and Anthony Martin. Are we kind of 9 already? Hello, wait a minute. Alaric gonna get back into the ring. Valentine, holy shit, a bit of, I think, leniency on display by our official for this matchup. Adam Valentine very nearly got himself counted out. Alaric would have advanced in this wild card tournament. We saw the team of JB Hayes and B-Man last week, the start of this wild card tournament, defeat the team of Chris Diamond and Bob Luger. Diamond, who of course commentated during the matchup like the absolute legend that he is. At least he and Luger actually competed in the matchup, though. Blackwell wasn't even having that, man. He said, no way, no how am I teaming up with Alaric here? Alaric, of course, now the undisputed, real, pure champion after defeating Brandon Ace last episode of Octane to unify the pure titles. And Silas Blackwell has made it clear he wants another shot at Alaric. Egos, though, just too large to coexist for even just one night only. Which Adam Valentine and Anthony Martin don't seem to have that problem. Martin's actually been super excited all week long since the announcement of this matchup for the chance to team up with a veteran like Adam Valentine, who catches Alaric with that pop-up cutter of his. Vintage and into the pin. 1, 2, but a kick out by the undisputed, real, pure champion. I think Adam Valentine and Anthony Martin, they look quite good as a tag team, if I do say so myself. As we talk about the Octane Tag Team Championship, obviously new owners after last week's episode of Octane, and perhaps the biggest screw job we have ever seen in CMV history, as the Regulators crowned the new Octane Tag Team Champions via countout. Well, we'll get into that more later on tonight, but of course in our main event we'll see the double champ Aaron Stone taking on Ricky Jalamy. Look at Alaric, though, all on his own, man, taking it to Valentine and Martin both. Silas Blackwell be damned. Valentine going to show off the muscles before we get back in the ring. Now, I'm not sure what happens if Alaric wins here, guys. He advances in the tournament by himself. Potentially earns a Octane Tag Team Championship match with no partner. That would be interesting. Oh, and Valentine's been busted open. Looks like alongside his right eye. Alaric! Double underhook! Looking for that pile driver. This one could be over right here, but not if Anthony Martin has anything to say about it. The former undisputed world heavyweight champion to break up the pin there. That's the obvious advantage they have here with Silas Blackwell bowing out. They can rely on each other. Alaric has nobody watching his back. A big pop up into a neckbreaker. Valentine is like a tag, man. Get Anthony Martin in there. Oh, he heard me. And here comes Amart. Nice and fresh at this point. Alaric got to be hurting. Eats that knee as Martin tries for an Irish whip reverse though, going to send him out of the apron. Obviously, these two men know each other very well. Have themselves a great matchup one-on-one a couple of months back. German suplex again. Alaric handling his business. A one-man army here. Martin going to roll to the outside for a quick reprieve, but Alaric chasing him down. Martin going to try to meet him around the corner, but Alaric faster with that cross body, puts him down. And now going to, he tries to throw him, I think, into the side of the steel steps there. No such luck. Alaric with a back in the neck, throws him off down onto the floor. Referee already up to a count of 5 here. Alaric try for a stop. Another big knee from Anthony Martin. Delivers a Blake Virtue-esque one there. And Alaric is bleeding. Count of 8. Martin's going to get back into the ring. He's going to be weary with this referee's count. Alaric going to beat it with a second to spare. Elbows to the midsection. Break these two up. Allow Alaric to take the opportunity. Pile driver from the undisputed pure champion, but Valentine breaks up the pin. And you can see Alaric getting frustrated. Wait a minute! The Educator! Locked in! And Anthony Martin is in serious trouble! I thought he was going to tap out for sure there for a moment. But able to endure, swallow that pain, and escape now. Whoa! Hello! Big surprise there for Alaric. Thought he had a couple of seconds to maybe catch his breath. No such luck, though, as the tag now made to Adam Valentine, who immediately looks to put Alaric away. Double underhook slapjack. 1, 2. But we all know just how resilient Alaric is. Quite honestly, might be the greatest champion that we have. I'm talking about Shockwave Octane, the entirety of CMV at the moment. He's held that pure championship since before Ascendance 12. Got to be over 150 days at this point. Has defended it against anyone and everyone who has come knocking here on Octane. And now is the undisputed real pure champion. Has only been defeated, pinned a handful of times since arriving here in CMV. And even without his tag team partner Silas Blackwell here, Alaric is giving Valentine and Martin a serious run for their money. Referee gotta get the hell out of the way, man. Don't want to get caught between these two right now. The way Alaric's going, great reversal there by Amar into a reverse DDT. Tag to Adam Valentine. Alaric gonna run him down immediately. Big right hands. Adam Valentine is a former tag team champion. That's his one accolade. One championship he's held was the Fusion Tag Team Championship. He wants to be a singles champion more than anything else. He wants to be a world champion. Alaric, power bomb on the floor, man. Just like that. Just that simple. Oh, Valentine, though, gonna grind his teeth, man. Push through here. Forearm smash. Backs Valentine up. Oh, no! Pile driver! On the floor, man. That's it. Valentine is not getting up. And Alaric knows it, too. Look at this nonchalant. Getting back into the ring. Oh, there goes Martin, knocked down to the outside, too. How is Valentine getting to his feet? Adam Valentine with some real cojones, man. Sit out face buster by the GOAT. Well, look, he got dropped on his head pretty hard there. Let's not go too hard at him there for missing that. Elbow, though, doesn't miss. Right to the face of Alaric. And now a stomp to the face of the undisputed pure champion. Valentine can see he's a little bit wobbly, though. Probably the wise choice to tag in Anthony Martin here as the former undisputed world heavyweight champion. Perhaps we're going to go in for the kill. Ties him up with a nice neck breaker. Alaric, though, is so smart. Always knowing where he is. The ring awareness, I think, truly unmatched here in CMV. Able to roll to the outside, man. Caught with a swinging neck breaker. Even this fan in the front row taking some pics to remember this moment for the rest of his life. The moment that perhaps Alaric overcame the odds in this handicap match. Double underhook, pile driver on the floor. Martin motionless as Alaric throws him back into the ring, shoots the half, hooks the leg, but Valentine doesn't even give him a 1 count. Look at Alaric, though. Alaric focused, gonna deliver another one. Martin, though, not dead yet. Amart somehow snaps back to reality. And now staring down the Undisputed Pro Champion. Big belly-to-belly slam, Barmore style. Still, it is not enough, though, to keep Alaric down. Martin! Might be time to go to sleep into the German. And on his tippy toes. 1, 2. Oh, but a cheap shot from Valentine, and follows up this Martin with a neck breaker. And there's a tag now to the GOAT. Quick thinking there by Valentine. Hooks the leg now. 1, 2. What can they do, man? What could they do that they have not already tried here to keep Alaric down? This is unreal. Force him into the corner. Tag to Anthony Martin. An assisted punch to the gut. Into the midsection, though, by Alaric. What the hell is he doing? Is this a bear hug? He's locked in a bear hug. And just trying to squeeze whatever life might be left. Oh, my God. I thought the referee was waving it off for a minute. I thought this match was over. European uppercut. As stiff as they come there in the corner. The fact that Alaric is even still standing on his own 2 feet, the fact that this matchup has gone on this long is a testament to the toughness of Alaric, who looks to deliver that running knee out of the corner, man. It is over. Dragged away from the ropes, hooks the leg, but again, Adam Valentine. Wait a minute! Valentine, what the hell? Valentine just let the pin happen! He just stood there, clear as day. He could have broken it up, but Alaric wins! What the hell was that? Adam Valentine just screwed Anthony Martin! Are they in cahoots? Well, after that, what I would call very apparent screw job there, there's been a couple of weeks of nonstop screw jobs here on Octane, evidently. Look, I don't want to be the conspiracy theorist here. That's actually Adam Valentine's job. But something obviously very fishy with the end of that matchup. Alaric advances in the wild card tournament. I don't know exactly what that means. I guess we'll find out, but coming up next year, guys, the voice of the people, the voice of the CM Universe, voice Vindy gets ready to go one-on-one with one of the newest members of the Octane roster, who we were introduced to last week, Corvo Jack, who knocked off, of course, voice Vindy's pal, Silas Blackwell. That was despite numerous attempts by voice Vindy throughout the matchup to distract, to attack, to help Silas Blackwell. Corvo Jack, obviously a very prideful man, hailing from France, the heir of Joan of Arc. This is a very disciplined individual. And he did not take kindly to Voice Vindy poking his nose where it did not belong in that matchup last week. So now Corvo Jack is looking to teach him a lesson in that ring. And a win against Silas Blackwell in his debut, impressive enough, but to follow up by defeating a former world champion, a legend like Voice Vindy, will most certainly be nothing to sneeze at. And we still have a whole hell of lots of great action to look forward to here on Octane, episode of 109, my friends, still to come. How about this? We've got two former pro boxers meeting in the ring one-on-one later on tonight. Yes, Toyota Camry and Carlos Corvo one-on-one. And not to mention our main event, guys, global champion Aaron Stone one-on-one with Ricky Delaney. Delaney back in singles action, cleared fully at last by the medical crew here in CMV. I'm looking to make Aaron Stone pay for what transpired last week, but right now, here we go. Voice Vindy comes out swinging, man. Tries to take off Corvo's head as soon as the bell rings with that clothesline. And now off the ropes, goes for an elbow across the chest. Voice Vindy might be getting up there in years, but that doesn't make him any less lethal. Former global champion who has, well, put a whole lot of faith in Silas Blackwell, joining up with him to try and speak the gospel, as it were. Praise Silas Blackwell and try and get the CMV Universe on his side. Kick to the midsection by Jack. And now with an Irish whip. Oh, he sent him to the outside, eliminated from the Royal Rumble. Jack, though, going to pursue him. Not let him get too far here. Extends the arm and stomping away on the hand. And obviously, guys, we don't have all that much long left here this season. A little over a month and change or so. Our next stop, special event Bloodsport, just a couple of weeks, live from Chicago, Illinois. Every single man and woman here in CMV, Shockwave, Octane, I'd say especially all these new faces we've seen over the last few weeks, wanting to get these wins, wanting to prove themselves before the season comes to an end, heading into a whole new season, and who knows what that might bring. Big clothesline again by Voice Vindy, who obviously is not impressed with Corvo Jack. Dragging him over to the ropes. Tries to deliver a big right hand, but Jack with an elbow. Not going to put him into the corner. And a stop! Right to the ankle there, but hobbled out of the corner. And you see immediately Corvo Jack goes for that wounded knee, that hurt ankle. That's how dangerous Corvo Jack is. When I say he's disciplined, man, I mean it. Luckily, Voice Vindy got that rope break, but luck might run out pretty soon. Japanese style arm drag there. And right back down for the knee, and there ain't going to be no rope break this time for Voice Vindy. Luckily, he has to rely on himself and pans out those shots to the jaw. But again, Voice Vindy's, he's on one leg right now. Clothesline by Corvo Jack and another ducks under. Woo! Popped up. I thought Voice Vindy had caught him there for a split second. Corvo Jack hyping himself up as now he goes for the pin, but only a 1 count. Voice Vindy says, get me the hell out of here. Ooh, quickly able to catch his arm. Wrench. Forearm smash. And another. Up out of the corner. Voice Vindy fully charged here. Running Bulldog takes Jack down in the middle of the ring. Hook of the leg here, but a kick out by Corvo Jack. Straight to his feet, only to be put right back down with that drop kick. Jack ain't running. From behind, tying up Voice Vindy. Oh! Low blow! How'd the ref not see that? Countered that Cobra clutch with a clear shot right between the legs of Corvo Jack. Slingshot leg drop to the back of the head. Voice Vindy might have this one in the bag now. Another, oh no! Corvo Jack. Perhaps he came equipped with the cup. Uh-oh. Superman punch. Voice Vindy with a spear! The voice of the people resonates here in the arena as now Vindication connects. 1, 2. But Corvo Jack with a very serious display here in only a second matchup in CMV of heart to kick out of that. To the top, Vindy is keeping his eyes on the prize here though. Trying for a little chop from the top rope there. Corvo Jack managing to see it coming and counter, but immediately Voice Vindy gets right back to work. Oh boy, yeah, punch! Oh man, and Corvo Jack is bleeding now. Leaving a trail of crimson red as he rolls out of the ring, staining the canvas and the floor at ringside too. This is going to be a very serious injury for Corvo Jack. He needs to end this matchup as quickly as he can before things get any worse and the ref might have to stop this match. Pop up into a single knee gutbuster. 1, 2. Jack continues to fight. That resolve continually displayed here. But Voice Vindy is showing no remorse, man. No mercy. Brings Jack to his feet. Jack's nose might be busted. Looks like he could have a broken nose. Just from what I'm seeing here. Oh, but there's that kick, man, out of nowhere. That's what put down Silas Blackwell last week. But not Voice Vindy here tonight, at least not yet. That goddamn thing comes out of nowhere, man, like a trebuchet bolt. Trying to take Voice Vindy's head off. Stomping away at the hand now. Corvo Jack just tries to slow things down. You can't blame him, considering the condition he's in. He's going to flip-flop and Voice Vindy all over the place, man, with these monkey flips. Voice Vindy rolls to the outside. Look at the canvas, man. Corvo Jack. Over. Whoa! Suicide dive! Look at how he smacked the floor, though. Jesus, man. Corvo Jack, he's in control right now. And look at how much blood he's losing. It is just pouring out of him. It's like someone turned on the faucet and just walked away. This is... Look, I don't often say this, but like genuinely, the ref might have to call for the bell here for the good of Corvo Jack. I would hate for only his second match here in CMV to be his last. The amount of blood that he's losing here. And look at this. He is still standing, though, toe to toe. What is this? Oh, what a shining wizard! Perhaps a last-ditch effort. Will it pay off? 2.999. Slides through the legs. Whoa! Boston Crab, but Jack, obviously frustrated, has to release the hold. Rope break. But now, from the corner, Corvo Jack with a running Psycho! Knee to the face of Voice Vindy! And Corvo Jack does it! Unreal! Unbelievable! losing maybe half the blood in his body. Oh, but wait a minute, look at this. Oh, Voice Vindy, the damage Jack did to his knee in this matchup might have actually... Oh, no! Come on! Voice Vindy, the villain. It was a ploy. Gets a cheap shot in on Corvo Jack, who was trying to show some humility, show some respect to the veteran after a great match, and Vindy spits in his face. And guys, we are non-stopping here on Octane. Theo, thank you for the raid. Big bless just in time. Oh my God, this is quite a height difference here. I didn't realize, but look at Seth Raven, guys, offering a handshake, and Fidel De La Rosa is going to accept it. So unlike what we just saw in that last match between Voice Vindy and Corvo Jack, quite unsportsmanlike. This thing getting kicked off in quite a dissimilar style. A handshake between Seth Raven and De La Rosa. But as soon as that bell rang, man, all bets were off. De La Rosa came swinging at this kid. We had to get our ringside crew to sanitize the canvas, obviously, after the amount of blood we just saw Corvo Jack lose in that match with Voice Vindy. We're going to need to get a whole lot of updates, man. Not just on John Reed, but Corvo Jack, too. We're going to need a few blood transfusions. Anybody type, what's the universal type? Type O? I'm not sure. Look, I'm no doctor here, you know what I mean? I just calls it like I sees it. And Seth Raven making his debut here tonight on Octane, episode 109 against Fidel De La Rosa. Obviously, Raven coming in with a lot of respect shown towards De La Rosa. And De La Rosa obviously has accomplished not just so much here in CMV, but outside of CMV as well. But think about all the accolades he has just here in CMV. A former World Tag Team Champion, former Anarchy Champion, former Intercontinental Champion. This is a great way for someone like Seth Raven to come into CMV and send a message to that locker room that he means business, knocking off someone the caliber of a Fidel De La Rosa. But obviously, De La Rosa is not looking to be anybody's stepping stone. He just returned himself after quite a hiatus away from CMV, helping Hunter Quinn, obviously, against the Regulators last month. And ever since, De La Rosa has been incredibly impressive. Let's not forget, he got that win over global champion Aaron Stone, earned his way into the Rite of Passage Championship ladder match at Validation. Look at Seth Raven! Ooh, but comes up short with that moonsault attempt. Definitely a considerable height difference here between these two. But De La Rosa, that's something he's used to, going against much larger competitors, being a smaller superstar. Can't let that stop him, man. Look at someone like Hall of Famer Hayden, who might even be smaller than Fidel De La Rosa and is a 6-time CMV World Champion. Size means nothing, man. It's about what you can get done in that ring. And De La Rosa has proven he can get it done. Wants to be world champion. Wants to take it to that next level. And he can't afford to suffer a loss to a debuting Seth Raven if he wants to potentially accomplish that before the end of the season. De La Rosa gonna stalk Raven here, looking to deliver a shining wizard through to the back of Raven's head, but See the newcomer quick to get to his feet up against the ropes. Whoa! Suckered him in. Were this a Royal Rumble, De La Rosa would have just eliminated himself. Gonna get back into the ring like, okay. Oh, nice Tanahashi clothesline by Seth Raven as he now drags De La Rosa away from the ropes. What the hell is he looking for? What is this? Seth Raven with a Styles Clash into the pin. 1, 2. De La Rosa not only kicks out, looks like he might have actually kicked Seth Raven right in the face when he did so. Holy shit, though, Raven. It looks like maybe a bit perplexed about what to do next. He really thought that was going to do it. Well, now he's locked in a modified crossface. Long distance from the ropes, too. Ain't going to be any help for De La Rosa. He's got to get out on his own, and he does. With a knee to the back of the head, big right hand to the jaw. Seth Raven is a good-looking kid, young, in great shape. I love it what I've seen from him already in this matchup. Ooh, nice counter there. Whatever De La Rosa was looking for. Off the rope. Whoa, clipped him. Not good enough, though. De La Rosa going to send him off the ropes. Drop down. Goes behind, drops him on his neck. Raven's just trying to get right back up. De La Rosa's on him. Elbow to the top of the head. De La Rosa perhaps underestimating this young kid, Seth Raven, here in his debut. Looked like at the start of the matchup, he was really questioning whether or not he wanted to accept that handshake. Oh, no! Raven with a Hail Mary there. Tried for a coffin drop from the top to the outside. That really could not have gone any more worse for Raven. Looked like he smacked the back of his head right off the floor. Call it high risk for a very good reason. We just saw exactly why. Now it's De La Rosa, though, getting dropped on the back of his head as Seth Raven and try to get him back into the ring here. Slowly but surely. Oh, yeah, De La Rosa is favoring the back of his head. Things do not look good right now for De La Rosa as Raven. Oh, man, good night. And Raven is a man possessed. Looks to finish him off with that jumping cutter. 1, 2. What is it going to take here? Seth Raven, he pays it no mind, man. Straight to the top rope. Straight back to work. Drop kick could not have been more textbook right there. Picture perfect execution of De La Rosa. He's got to be all kinds of hurting right now. Seth Raven is well and truly throwing just about everything at this man. De La Rosa still standing tall as he puts him up on the top rope. Tower of London. That Hangman's DDT has Seth Raven perhaps wondering exactly where the hell he is right now. You are on Octane, my friend. Episode 109. This is your CMV debut. And De La Rosa has not taken it easy on him. Raven's been busted open. And a Destino from De La Rosa. 1, 2. 2.999. This matchup right here, a humdinger and a half, brother. De La Rosa, though, as I said earlier in the matchup, he is not looking to be a stepping stone for Seth Raven here. Pulls him back, high knee to the jaw, puts down the debutee. Follows up with a swinging neck breaker, just keeping the pressure on Seth Raven right now. Suffocating him with offense. Yanking out the arm. De La Rosa with a stomp to the face. Tries for one to the back of the... Whoa! Raven out of nowhere with that boot right between the eyes of De La Rosa. Off the rope she goes for a beautiful disaster kick. De La Rosa, usually the one man who's so fast you can barely keep up with him. Seth Raven might have him beat though. What's this? Off the rope, big kick right to the temple, and will that finally be enough to keep Seth Raven down for the 3 count? No, it will not. This kid, his very first night here in CMV, and again he's gonna sucker De La Rosa in. Use his own momentum against him, send him flying out of the ring. De La Rosa's gotta check himself. Okay, not too sure what Seth Raven was doing there. He might have slipped on some of Corvo Jack's blood there. Still at ringside from the last matchup. Tanahashi clothesline by Raven. He's going to play it safe, man, and get back into the ring. Referee already up to a count of 5, I think. 6 now. And look at Seth Raven telling De La Rosa, I hope that's not all you got, my friend, because I'm still ready to go all night long. And I hope that's true. De La Rosa going to drag him over to the ropes. Up on the top for a swinging neckbreaker. And with Raven down, De La Rosa with one last shot here. Puts him down with that vintage swinging reverse STO of his. And that does it. Fidel De La Rosa victorious here against Seth Raven. Nothing for Seth Raven to be disappointed about, though. What a debut. Took truly one of the best we have here at Octane the distance. But De La Rosa has his own plans, man. He wants to become a world champion here in CMV, and he's letting nothing stand in his way. And are you ready, my friends? Because what a matchup we have coming up next year on Octane, episode 109, with still a whole lot to look forward to, including our main event, Big Boy Bash. Yes, the Hogs are going to be let loose from their pens, baby. Global champion Aaron Stone takes on Ricky Delaney. But first, we got trios action coming our way, as the arsenal of Telco Val gets ready to take on the team of Alice Blake, Sarah Miller, and Celestia. Isabella Almas, who of course claims herself to be the real, true Women's World Champion, seeing as she was the last woman ever to pin Hakiko before her untimely injury that forced her to vacate the Women's World Championship. But when Pat LaFave offered for Isabella Almas to take part in a matchup of validation to crown a new Women's World Champion, Almas refused, saying, I was the last to pin Hakiko. I should just be given the Women's World Championship, refusing to compete in that matchup of validation. And so Pat LaFave, forced to find a replacement, decided to give Amelia Jones and Celestia the opportunity. And Well, Celestia making the most of it, and the rest is history. Our new Women's World Champion, but Almas obviously does not recognize the Moonchild as Women's World Champion. We saw that last week plain and clear after Celestia defeated Amelia Jones in a validation rematch, came down to the ring, did Almas with a kendo stick, thwacked the hell out of Celestia, a good 3, 4, 5 times, left welts all over the body of the Moonchild. And now Almas calling on some backup in the form of Sleepy Joe and Scarzemus. Arsenal Tailcoat Val, obviously without their puppeteer. Tailcoat Val not been seen since validation. Her loss at the hands of Peligro and being put, of course, through that flaming table. The Arsenal has been running around these last few weeks like a chicken without its head, causing mayhem. We thought the Arsenal was dangerous before, but without the puppet master pulling the strings, it's become very clear that Tailcoat Val might have actually been, keeping the lid on the jar, if you will. And without her, I don't think things are going to be getting any better anytime soon. I didn't think I'd ever be saying this, but I think we need Tailcoat Val back. Before the Arsenal goes well and truly over the edge, which it may already be too late. Celestia, though, with some friends of her own to call on here for this trios matchup. Saw these three team up not so long ago on an episode of Shockwave to defeat the Killjoy Club. Obviously, all close allies of Pat LaFave and the women's tag team champions, Alice Blake and Sarah Miller, Pat's LaFaves, more than happy to lend a hand to the Women's World Champion Celestia here tonight. Fresh off of their defense at validation against the Uncut Gems, and now looking towards potentially their next challenge up against the Arsenal Tailcoat Val here tonight. And is this potentially the best looking trio in CMV history? If you added Marty Michaels, that would be a foursome to remember. But as it stands, maybe only Gianna has them rival when it comes to the looks. But obviously they can back it up in that ring as well. Look, a team full of champions here. The Moonchild, the Women's World Champion, made the most of the opportunity that was given to her at validation. Look, it wasn't how it was supposed to be now, but sometimes in this business, especially, things happen. Tragic things, like Kikiko getting injured and being forced to vacate her championship. But when you're put in the shoes of Celestia, when you're offered the opportunity to compete for the Women's World Championship, you make the absolute most of it, and that is what Celestia did at validation, becoming Women's World Champion. And now she has to put up with this buzzing gnat, Isabella, almost claiming to be the real uncrowned Women's World Champion, refusing to recognize Celestia. Well, Celestia gonna force her to recognize here tonight. As we see Isabella Almas and Alice Blake are going to get things started in this trios matchup. And very quickly, Blake going to dispatch of Almas, knocking her down to the outside, and tries to go and take a shot at Sleepy Joe. That's maybe not to be advised. Go after Scarzemus instead with a back suplex on the apron. Meanwhile, Isabella Almas and Celestia exchanging blows, but a super kick from Alice Blake. Who would have thought when Pat LaFave introduced to the world his ace up his sleeve, the team of Alice Blake and Sarah Miller defeating in their debut slash return. This teamwork by Sleepy Joe and Isabel Almas, by the way. But knocked off to Ellie Quinn and Ruby Rattel to capture the women's tag team championship. They would turn out to actually be maybe one of the greatest women's tag teams to come through CMV in quite a while. And the way they work together, the way they gel, reminds me of some of the greatest women's tag teams in CMV history, the likes of a Janet Torr and Amber Reed, of Kate Strongheart and Ashley Rain. Big kick up the bum and right in front of Isabella Almas. That is just truly tragic. Celestia's got to know just how much Almas hates that move. Did it on purpose. Sleepy Joe going to make a tag to Skarzimis. Tries to throw out a forearm smash, though. Didn't get all of it against the Women's World Champion. A stomp to the shoulder. Just another chapter, another battle in this war that grows with each passing week for CMV's future. Fought between the arsenal of Tailcoat Val, Pat LaFave and his allies, and of course, Shay Hoxton, Ellie Quinn, and the Killjoy Club guys. But now there might be a fourth factor in this war. As this past episode of Shockwave, we saw Hayden with a rallying cry to the CMV roster. Shockwave and Octane for anyone who, like him, believes in CMV itself, who isn't just out for power like Val, like LaFave, like Hoxton and Quinn. Hayden calling on them to join up with him and fight for CMV itself because no one else is. The Hall of Famer trying to put together his own faction in this war. And I've heard some murmurs backstage the last couple of days. Wait a minute, guys, this matchup might nearly be over. Referee's up to a count of 10. Oh, well, now Celestia dropping to the outside, resetting the count. I was saying, though, I've been hearing murmurs just the last couple of days. There are some superstars, I won't out them, but men and women I've seen talking, I've heard the whispers. Hayden certainly motivating a good many in the locker rooms across Shockwave and Octane who feel the same way he does, that, you know, none of these Val, LaFave, Hoxton, and Quinn, they don't really care about CMV and its future. They care about themselves. They care about the power they can grab. Celestia is taking on all of the arsenal by herself here. Absolute legend. Alice Blake and Sarah Miller just big chilling. Miller is used to that, though, after her extraordinary performance and validation. Counter going to send Celestia into the corner. Last place that she wants to be here. Bad part of town. Skarzimis off the top. Whoa, man! And Lucha Tings from Skarzimis into the pin. 1, 2. Sarah Miller getting a bit worried there. Celestia able to kick out. Skarzimis from the corner here. Lining up, but oh my, throw herself at Celestia like a torpedo. Shot him out of a submarine, but Celestia, quick wits, reflexes to get out of the way as now she makes the tag to Sarah Miller. And a little pixie, might be a little in deep, man, but packs a punch. Pound for pound, one of the most powerful women we've got here in CMV. Bam! Well, I'm not going to help you out much when you get your face slammed off the ring apron. Sleepy Joe keeping watch as the uncrowned Women's World Champion looks to eradicate who she calls the false champion, Celestia. Tap at her temple, going to let Sleepy Joe do the damage here at ringside to Sarah Miller. As Almas takes a swipe at Alice Blake. Back suplex on the apron. Celestia checking on Blake, her friend. Miller's got back into the ring. Almas now too. Miller from behind. Seatbelt suplex. And makes the tag now to the Women's World Champion, who goes right. Oh, same thing in mind. Both going for a variation of the pump kick. Great minds think alike. Isabella Almas, of course, was the Women's World Champion. Lost it in the Royal Rumble match at Mob Violence, which, of course, Hakiko won. Almas was never pinned, never submitted to lose her championship, and as she was the last woman to pin Hakiko before her injury, but I think Almas has a legitimate claim. Should she have been handed the championship? No, I don't think so. She should have competed in that match at Validation, and maybe she would be the actual Women's World Champion right now. But instead, she wanted to play make-believe. And now Celestia is the one at the top of the mountain. As in comes Alice Blake, the kick connoisseur, who immediately puts those educated feet of hers to good use. And shoots the half, hooks the leg. But a kick out by Isabella Almas. Blake not going to stop there. Irish whip into the corner. Maybe looking for a tag to her partner. And she was almost with that European upkick, going to spin her around. Say, how do you do? Take her goddamn head off. Luckily, Sarah Miller's there to make the save. Blake is hurt after that one, though. I have to think fast. Irish whip. You'd have gotten a kick right to the back of the head. I don't know if you're going to make the tag. Instead, you're going to turn her back on Almas. Not the wisest decision Alice Blake has ever made. Allows for Almas to make the tag to Skarzimis. Skarzimis, who hoists Blake up. Gut check time. Off the... Oh, okay. I'm thinking about going off the ropes, but Alice Blake, well, taking advantage of the fact that Skarzimis kind of got struck there for a moment, forgot what she was doing, maybe landed a harsh on her head at some point. In comes Sarah Miller now delivering some stiff kicks to the chest and one final kick right to the back of the head. Skarzimis going to be seeing stars as Miller puts her into the corner. Big old plex. Knocking off them turnbuckles. Miller. Trying to put her right back into the corner. Skarzimis, though, reverses. They want to get her out of here as quickly as she can. Stop Miller from potentially being able to make the tag to either Alice Blake or Celestia. One to the side of the head. Right back into the corner, though. Miller. Tree of Woe has Skarzimis set up here in the corner. She wants none of it. Taps her on the top of the head. Just enough to give Skarzimis the chance to Irish whip her into the corner of the Arsenal now. But back and forth here between these two. Irish whip reversed. Like a game of Pong here. Counter of the Irish whip again. Miller with a kick to the gut. Oh, says how do you do to Alice Blake. Oh, and again, Blake, you might just want to stay off the apron for a moment. Sarah Miller putting that derriere of hers to good use here against Skarzimis. And again into the corner. Great strategy here, keeping Skarzimis isolated. Now the tag to Alice Blake, the champs. Gonna show us their moves. Woo! Gorgeous tag team offense, but pin broken up by Sleepy Joe before even the count of Juan. Blake gonna keep up though. The attack on Skarzimis. Kicks. Short into the quarter, but nope. Reverses. Elbow from the kick connoisseur. Didn't see that kick coming. And it's Scarzimus now, who takes a page out of the playbook of Sarah Miller with that hip attack. Oh boy, here comes the big, mean Sleepy Joe with that knockout power in her fists. Former boxer. Tries to kick this Alice Blake though, nicely reversed. Right hook there from Sleepy Joe. Oh, I haven't seen one of those in a minute. Code Blue from Sleepy Joe, who delivers that forearm to the back of the head, man. Sarah Miller gonna rely on Celestia here to come in and make the save, as otherwise this matchup might be over. Alice Blake sent to Dream Street, but awake now. 1.5 of the women's tag team champions. They're not making a tag right now, and I'd say that's a very smart move after suffering that forearm to the back of the head. Alice Blake, though, so not keen on backing down here. Trying for a spinning soul kick, gets caught, and another right hook from Sleepy Joe. You just can't eat too many of those, man. Blake, sliced oranges! Grabs a hold of the legs, 1! Let's put a count of 2, broken up as the pin on the uncrowned Women's World Champion. Tag to Sarah Miller. Soccer ball kick. Hook of the leg. 1, 2. And more than that to keep down someone as tough as Sleepy Joe. Irish whip gonna get countered. Miller into her corner. Look at Sleepy Joe shows no care that Alice Blake and Celestia are right there. Delivering these rib-cracking knees to the midsection of the little pixie. Oh, smacked her? I don't know what that was right there. Got her in the corner. Big boot to the side of the head. Knock a couple of front teeth loose. And the tag is made to Celestia, the Women's World Champion. I can't tell you how much I love this trio. This trio of the Women's Tag Team Champions for the Women's World Champion. Celestia, Russian leg sweep. What is this? From the Moonchild. Has Sleepy Joe caught, but Scarzimus makes the save for her tag team partner. Looks like Sleepy Joe is maybe a second or two at most away from tapping out right there. And now they're tagged to Isabella Almas. As Almas going to go for a ride on the shoulders of Joe Senton, the Women's World Champion, and I mean the real, actual Women's World Champion, Celestia. Celestia going to try to make a tag, and she does. In comes Alice Blake. Back suplex. And the kick connoisseur crawls into the pin. 1, 2. No cigar for the kick connoisseur, who now drags Almas farther away from the ropes, closer towards the center of the ring. Oh, look at Alice Blake here! Triangle choke apply. Oh, Sleepy Joe not only attacking Alice Blake there, actually hit the referee as well. Careful not to get the Arsenal disqualified here in this trios match. Oh boy, military press, Almas. Alice Blake steadily proving that she is no one-trick pony. Don't call her the kick connoisseur because those kicks of hers are so lethal, but that triangle choke she applied. Obviously been working on her submission game. Scarzimus not impressed though as she sends Blake into the corner. Elbow though. And this tag team champion trying to kick. What a distance there. Irish whip. Blake gonna try to go low. Elbow to the top of the head. Seems like Scarzimas just, oh man, ran right into that spinning soul kick. Alice, Blake! Whoop! Has Scarzimas on those spaghetti legs. She is lighting her up like a Christmas tree. Having her way with Scarzimas, but caught and smashed. Face first off that top turnbuckle. Scarzimas is looking a little bit loopy. Moving a little bit slower after all those kicks from Blake. Alice Blake, DDT. Scarzimas says, get me the fuck out of here, and makes that tag to Sleepy Joe. Alice Blake just too concerned. Double tap. Sleepy Joe, thanks for coming. Isabella almost going to break up that pin, though. Blake maybe just too concerned with the adoration of the fans here in attendance. They all love her, of course. Stay focused on the matchup, though. Irish whip into the corner. Might be the best idea right now for Blake to make a tag. To either Sarah Miller or Celestia. Got Joe hobbling out of the corner. Bit of a, ooh, gory bomb. And there's the tag to Sarah Miller, who has her own knockout power to go up against Sleepy Joe here. There's Joe up to her feet. Gonna try to go low, shoot on Sleepy Joe. Not the greatest strategy going up against the former pro boxer. Sleepy Joe immediately looks to slow things down, delivering those stomps to the back of the head, and now the tag to Isabella Almas. Looks like Blake Miller and Celestia convening for a brief moment at ringside, reevaluating their strategy here in this trios matchup. Combination by Almas. Tag right out. Scarzimas back in. Scarzimas. He's got her sights set on Sarah Miller here. Spins her out with that tilt-a-whirl face buster. And not done. As a very hurt Miller here, dragged into the corner. But back to life. Back suplex and a tip up. Woo! Leg drop combination. Scarzimas drops the outside as Sarah Miller makes the tag to Celestia. Action-packed trios matchup here on Octane episode 109. And Celestia is going after everybody. No member of the Arsenal being left out here by the Women's World Champion. Scarzimas, the legal competitor for the Arsenal. Celestia back in. Oh my God! Celestia catching that Goomba stop, which is the maneuver she typically uses to dispatch of her opponents. A taste of her own medicine there. Scarzimas stomping her feet. Everybody's down right now except for Sarah Miller and Scarzimas. And Miller's fighting back from the apron. But Scarzimas guillotining her there. And oh my God, a slingshot senton. They have just very well cracked every single rib in Miller's body, guys. Both Blake and Miller down right now. Celestia, at least for the next couple of minutes, on her own. This does not bode well for our Women's World Champion. Oh, Scarzimas getting nothing but floor right there. That attempted headbutt. Referee up to a count of 5 here as Scarzimas grabs a hold of the Moonchild, trying to get her back into the ring. Oh my God! Celestia's leg, man. Getting caught on the apron. I don't even necessarily know that's what Scarzimas was intending. But oh my God, and then she wraps it over the top of the barricade. Celestia's gonna have a broken knee, man. If she's not careful, she'll be lucky if she leaves it with just a hyperextension. Count of 16 here. Oh, Celestia taking out the referee with that rope-assisted suplex. And now he's not counting any longer. Gives these two free range to duke it out here at ringside. Until he gets back up anyway. Celestia gonna try to tear at the left arm of Scarzinis. Get it back in the ring. Referee is still down. Finally back to his feet just as Celestia, Isabel almost still staring up at the lights. Celestia makes the tag to Alice Blake. To wrap things up here. This trios matchup. That's what she looks to do. Crossface locked in. Nice and tossed. Scarzinis didn't even need the help of Sleepy Joe there. Managing to get out of that crossface all on her own. Where is the rest of the Arsenal going? Joe and Almas here. Almas, not the legal competitor. Wanted to get hands on Alice Blake, though, evidently. Now she's running away. You can run, but you can't hide. Everybody getting laid out, man. Blake! What a knee! She's out. Good night. Good night. 1, 2. Alice Blake looking back like you gotta be kidding me. Scarzinis got herself a jaw made of titanium to kick out of that bicycle knee there. Blake, though, a tricky one. Forearm smash sends Scarzinis off the ropes, drop down. Super kick. With a whole lot of oof packed behind it, baby. And drops into that triangle choke. Middle of the ring. Almost. Brother. Save of the century right there. And Scarzinis with the hip attack. Thanks to Almas. There's the tag to Sleepy Joe. That was an unreal save by Isabel. Sleepy Joe caught! Crossface has Sleepy Joe, but Scarzinis breaking it up. Alice Blake says, screw this, man. She had the match nearly won there like 3-4 times. Sarah Miller will pick up the slack. Sleepy Joe, stiff kick to the gut. Irish whip right into the corner. Tag to Scarzinis. Oh, no. The Arsenal. What the hell is this? Oh, my God. Assisted sit-out powerbomb. But Celestia now returns the favor, breaking up that pin. Scarzinis not happy about it. Chasing her back out onto the apron. And the complexion of this matchup just changed. Blake, Miller, and Celestia were firmly in control for a while there, but now the Arsenal managing to put a lid on the champs. Miller's still going to fight, though. Elbow gets herself out of the corner, but the Irish whip reversed. Headbutts. And right in front of Blake and Celestia here. Nothing they can do lest they risk getting their team disqualified with the referee watching on. T-bone suplex. Woo! Sarah Miller feeling it. I'm sure Scarzinis most definitely is. Miller tagged back in. There's a stomp to the ankle. And not going to stop there. An Irish whip gets reversed. Elbow to the jaw. Alice Blake with a nice half Nelson reverse STO. And a hook of the leg. Might that finally be enough? Yes, it will. Alice Blake, Sarah Miller, and Celestia knocking off the Arsenal here tonight. What a trios match. These 6 women beat the hell out of each other, man. But in the end, Celestia, calling on her allies, backed her up big time for this huge dub here on Octane. And it is tertiary main event time, my friends, as Toyota Camry, much unlike, oh, come on. Whoa! Carlos Corvo, not to be disrespected. Well, I was about to say, unlike what we saw last week from Toyota Camry, at least it looked like he was going to try and show some respect towards Corvo here, but well, obviously it was a ploy, which Carlos did not take kindly to. That feigned handshake met with a stiff slap across the face. Toyota Camry lucky he didn't get knocked out right there before the bell even rang. It was last week here at Octane, guys, that Carlos Corvo arrived with a great matchup, but ultimately defeated by Toyota Camry's stablemate and Amity, JT Moss. And well, after the match, Camry came down to the ring, not impressed with Carlos Corvo, shaking his head and well, making it clear that there's only room for there's one former pro boxer here on Octane. And well, this is not a boxing matchup, but the fact that both competitors might be dressed for such. Toyota Camry, ever since it was announced that Carlos Corvo had signed to CMV, has been pouting backstage, talking shit about Carlos Corvo, saying he's a phony boxer, doesn't belong here compared to Toyota Camry. Well, now he's got his chance to prove it. I don't know if pissing off Corvo was such a good idea, especially Corvo's got something to prove after suffering that loss in his debut last week. I don't even necessarily know if these two in the pro boxing world would be considered in the same weight class. That does not matter in CMV, obviously. Carlos Corvo, though, he's left the world of pro boxing behind, but he still puts those skills that he honed over the years to good use. I think it might just be a matter here between these two of whoever can land that straight right hook to the jaw first. Powerful enough to knock out the other. Carlos Corvo has got Camry down on the outside right now. Coming up next, guys, in our co-main event, Morgan, the new World Tag Team Champion. We'll get into that more as he takes on another new superstar here on Octane, making his debut. And our main event, of course, Global Champion Aaron Stone, one-on-one with Ricky Gelani, and my body is ready for that matchup. Speaking of bodies, though, Carlos Corvo, I think, just got busted open off those shots from Toyota Camry. Hook of the leg off that spinning European uppercut, though. Kick out by Toyota, who is a former Octane Tag Team Champion, former Rite of Passage Champion. Carlos Corvo gets caught flush with that Superman punch, but able to kick out. Were this a boxing match, that might have been a KO. Well, if that didn't do it, good night, Carlos Corvo, no! Doesn't have it to the count of 10, only till 3, but manages to kick out. And now Corvo, shoulder tackle, and another as Camry caught up in the whirlwind. Great back suplex there as Corvo goes off the... Hey, in life you gotta try some new things. They don't always work out. They say use what brought you to the dance. Maybe Carlos Corvo should take that advice to heart here. Good, a Camry eating shit. Pile driver from Corvo. 1, 2. Not going to see anyone doing that in a boxing match. Oh boy, Toyota though. He might have kicked out of that. Carlos Corvo showed him the footwork. 1, 2, 3, and Carlos Corvo knocks out Toyota Camry here tonight. And we just learned, as well as Toyota Camry learned firsthand, put some respect on Carlos Corvo's name. Toyota wanted to play around with this man, and he learned a very harsh lesson real quick. My fine feathered friends, it is our co-main event. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Blake Virtue, what the hell is he doing here on Octane? The Shockwave Superstar jumping Morgan from behind. Well, we know exactly what this is. Blake Virtue seeking retribution for what Morgan did to Blake Virtue's brother, Cam Harris, a couple weeks ago. It looks like the referee is going to allow Morgan to get into the ring and for this matchup to proceed as scheduled. And, well, Adonis Worthy is already in the ring, making his CMV debut here tonight. And going to take advantage is the former football player of that attack pre-match by Blake Virtue. Virtue on Shockwave promised blood, payback for what happened to Cam Harris, and obviously delivered here tonight, but well, before he could do any serious lasting damage, dragged away by security. The best bout machine, I don't even know how he got into the building. He's a Shockwave Superstar. But then again, Morgan is an Octane Superstar, and that didn't stop him from alongside Shea Hawkson defeating Justin Sane a couple nights ago on Shockwave to become the new World Tag Team Champions. Vexation! Just like that! Adonis Worthy. Wrong time, wrong place, man. Morgan, though, we're thinking it was going to be that easy. No such luck. I'm sure he's still hurting after that matchup on Shockwave and then attacked by Blake Virtue. He's trying to end this one as quickly as he can, but Adonis Worthy not trying to be punked out. His debut here on Octane. This is a big boy bash in and of itself. We got another one coming up next in our main event. as global champion Aaron Stone takes on Ricky Jolady. You can imagine what a killer Adonis Worthy was on the football field. Now bringing his prowess to a CMV ring, and no bigger way to arrive than knocking off a former world champion. But Morgan, who's already constantly in a foul mood, certainly not going to be any better after that pre-match assault by Blake Virtue. Cam Harris laid up in a hospital bed because of what Morgan did to him a couple weeks ago. We saw the security footage reviewed on Shockwave. Morgan, on the orders of Shea Hoxton, preemptively taking out Cam Harris before they had a chance to band together with Troy Colt. Try and take the fight to Hoxton and the Killjoy Club. Interesting though, it seems like Shea Hoxton has eyes to attempt to recruit Blake Virtue. Saw on Shockwave the two get into it, and Hoxton saying, look, I didn't see anything special in Cam Harris, but I think you could be an asset to the Killjoy Club. Virtue obviously not interested, not buying what Hoxton's selling, not picking up what he's putting down, as was evident by what we just saw Virtue do to Morgan before this matchup started. Hoxton said, give it time, eventually you'll see things my way. Virtue, though, is a very prideful man, very honorable man, very loyal man. And for what Hoxton and Killjoy Club Morgan did to Cam Harris, did to Troy Colt, Virtue is willing. Oh my God, look at the power of Morgan. This Adonis Worthy got to be over 300 pounds. And Morgan just hoisted him up like nothing, man, like he's flipping some pancakes. Irish whip counter, though, back into the ring. Credit to Worthy for lasting as long as he has against the Ogre, who was looking for another dose of vexation there. Adonis using that massive frame of his. Woo, ducks the clothesline. Boom! That's got to be like two Mack trucks colliding head on. 1, 2. Ain't gonna be enough though for the newcomer to pin someone like Morgan. Oh my, whoa! Morgan avoiding being flattened right there. Worthy coming off the top rope looking for a big splash. But instead the Sheriff of Octane, the new World Tag Team Champion, shoved back by Worthy, able to get to his feet. Scoops him up. Oh, whatever Worthy was trying for there, though, Morgan skips a shot to the back of the knee, but Worthy again gets to his feet. Vexation once more. Attempted. Worthy avoiding it like the plague, but could only avoid it for so long. Vexation a second time. And the Ogre making sure Worthy does not get a lucky rope break here. And Adonis Worthy must have himself a thick back, absorbing the vexation a second time to kick out. Oh, but there's the spine to the pine, and you're not getting up. What? Oh, Morgan, he's like, come on, man. My night not get any worse. Just stay down. Adonis Worthy does not want to disappoint, though, in his debut. I'd say he hasn't. Kick to the gut, gets himself up. Off the ropes, he sends him, who tries to run down Morgan like a runaway train right there, but instead gets blasted with a clothesline. And now Morgan with that lion tamer, and Adonis Worthy with no choice but to tap out. Blake Virtue must have managed to ditch his security detail. The best bout machine's back out here, and this isn't over yet. Blake Virtue wants blood for what Morgan did to Cam Harris. Let them fight! Let them tear each other apart, I say! Oh, but here comes more security! We're gonna need a goddamn army to keep these two apart, though! Well, my friends, we still have a main event to get to here on Octane, episode 109. Security managing to separate Morgan and Blake Virtue there, get them both backstage and hopefully away from each other for the rest of the night. There's only so long, though. Going to be able to keep those two away from each other. Blake Virtue wants blood. He wants revenge. And that's certainly what Ricky Delaney is on the hunt for here tonight. After what happened, guys, last week here on Octane. And look, it's well documented. I'm a big Aaron Stone fan, right? I love the guy. But even I have to admit what happened last week. Obviously, I wasn't here. Chris Diamond was calling the action, and even he was somewhat disgusted. Ellie Quinn, utilizing the powers bestowed upon her by Shay Hoxton to pretty much force the Regulators into becoming the new Octane Tag Team Champions. It was the Regulators, it was the Dramatic Dream Team. But all was well. The match ended by countout. Ellie Quinn came out, restarted the matchup, and said that if the Dramatic Dream Team got counted out again, they would lose the titles. So the match restarts. We have a 25-minute banger, goes to a time limit draw. Ellie Quinn comes out again and says to restart the match once more. And again, it ends in a countout, which, via Ellie Quinn's ruling, meant that the Regulators were the new Octane Tag Team Champions. As you can see here, the protein-packed powerhouse with his global championship on one shoulder and his half of the Octane Tag Team titles on the other shoulder. But Ricky Delaney, the timing really couldn't have been better. Following that travesty on Aaron Stone Appreciation Night, Ricky Delaney given the green light. He has been fully cleared by the CMV medical staff to return to singles action. And his first one-on-one matchup in months against none other than the global champ himself. And this a meat fest, baby. Two hogs going at it right in the middle of that Octane ring. And we've got no Emmett Jones, no Kai Thatcher or Arisa Masami. The ringside area clear. This is straight up one-on-one. Big fucking toss right there by Delaney. Instantly showing off his power even against someone that's even bigger than he is. Already been a busy man here tonight as Aaron Stone, with the help of Emmett Jones, luring Hunter Quinn into that trap earlier tonight, beating the hell out of the Hellhound. Who, of course, ruined that celebration on Aaron Stone Appreciation Night last week. Hunter Quinn trying to stake his claim to a shot at Stone's Global Championship come Bloodsport. Ralph cameo. I think he might be trying to get himself a match against my cat, where they're going at it. Good Lord. Speaking of cat, though, cat ears, Ricky Delaney. Woo! What a slam right there. That's that fireman's carry. I don't even know what the hell to call that. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Ricky Delaney with the innovation here, as he again puts his power on display for the CMV universe. Let's not forget that Ricky Delaney is a 3-time undisputed world heavyweight champion, but again, it's been months since his last one-on-one matchup. We thought his career was over. Ricky Delaney certainly did. Calling it quits, leaving his boots in the middle of the ring shortly before Ascendance 12, but thanks to Kai Thatcher and Arisa Masami, Delaney was given a second chance, got cleared to return as a tag team competitor, part-time only, but staying in the Performance Center, continuing to go to physical therapy. Delaney fought through the pain, the agony, and rehabilitated himself, got the green light last week, and now he is back, which is bad news for Aaron Stone and the rest of the Octane roster. As we get a back suplex by Delaney. Gorgeous German. And now gonna spin him around, finish the trifecta with a vertical suplex into the pin. Imagine returning to singles competition by pinning the global champion, and who many consider to be the greatest global champion in CMV history. Aaron Stone did break the record after his successful defense against Jacob Wells at Validation. Most successful championship defenses of the global championship. And now we see it's Aaron Stone's turn to show off his power. The protein-packed powerhouse looking maybe for that clover leaf. Ricky Delaney has obviously done his homework. Drag Stone away from the ropes. And again, Delaney goes to the gut wrench suplexes. One following the other. Pancaking that man, Aaron Stone. Keep him down with a stomp to the shoulder. There's another. This one's receiving a quick punch to the midsection by Aaron Stone, who now thinks quick. Delayed brain buster by the champion. And with Ricky Delaney stunned, Aaron Stone looks to put him away with a special delivery. 1, 2. Delaney, though, well known to be one of the most resilient men we have ever seen here in CMV. Pretty blatant shot to the gonads right there. The referee perhaps also an avid Aaron Stone appreciator. Ricky Delaney with an axe driver on the floor. Aaron Stone might be in La La Land after that. And Delaney knows he can take his time. Aaron Stone, eyes glazed over. I don't know where he is right now. Snaps back to reality with those elbows to the gut. Screws him up and chucks him out of the corner. Like it ain't no thing, but Aaron Stone with a very desperate pin attempt here. Desperation does not pay off, though, for the greatest global champion of all time. Big sweeper leg by Jelani. Great main event this has been thus far. It is not disappointed. And Ricky Jelani is not done yet. Looking for the spear. But Aaron Stone says, get that shit out of here. Swatted Jelani off to the side. And now, are we going to see that moonsault? The form. The impact. Perfection. And Aaron Stone welcomes back Ricky Jelani with a great win, but Aaron Stone. Okay, wait a minute. Look, I love Aaron Stone, but this is too far. Jelani just came back. He just got... It's Hunter Quinn! The Hellhound is here! After that beating at the hands of Aaron Stone earlier tonight, Hunter Quinn getting some payback and saving Ricky Jelani. Very unlikely allies here. But Jelani's going to have to write Hunter Quinn quite a thank you note for that save. The Hellhound is gunning for the global champion.
Check and take it right to the bank, and I walk away knowing that I'm great. Step to me, come on, you